Carol of CarolJo's. I just need to get my two phones close to each other. Here, I'm going to go up just a little bit. Sorry, everybody. Okay, now they're more even. All right, I feel better. So welcome in. I am Carol, the owner and creator of everything you find at CarolJo's.com, which is an online business that sells jewelry and accessories for women. I do more than just sell the jewelry online. We do jewelry sales here. We do bead sales. And I only do the jewelry sales on TikTok and Facebook. I do the bead sales only on TikTok. I do chat times on both YouTube and TikTok, and I also do tutorials on both YouTube and TikTok. So tonight we're going to be making cord necklaces is what we're going to be doing. All right, I'm bringing up my backup account here. So let me turn this off. I'm turning off the sound so that you don't hear it in stereo. Okay. Hey, my backup account alerted me that I'm live. Woohoo! And my backup account is on TikTok only. Those of you that are on YouTube, I do not have a backup account of YouTube, so therefore I can't see the comments when we're going to go down. I will be able to see it on TikTok as long as I'm looking up at my backup account. But when I go down to what I'm showing you, I may not always get to see the comments. So don't think that I'm ignoring you. As always, we need 10 shares, which we got 11. So we already hit that goal. Thank you. And once we get to the 10,000 likes there at the top on TikTok, we will be doing giveaways. Hi, Heidi. Tonight, I'm going to do jewelry giveaways is what we'll be doing. Hi, Holly. How are y'all doing tonight? So I showed you one of the style of necklaces the other day. I have not made the other ones. We're going to be doing them together. They're really basically the same thing, just changing it up a little bit so that you can have different looks using the same thing. Doing good there, Nicole. How are you doing? Another one. I just can't believe how many hurricanes that we've had so far this year. So I hope you guys all stay safe. So things that you're going to need tonight, I'm going to show you an example. This is the last one that we're going to be making where, whoops, I got that backwards. There we go. We have the pendant. We have knots in there with the beads. And then we have the slip knots right here so that you're able to make it larger or smaller. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Yes, rainbow, that's a good thing. Let's say prayers for all those that are in the hurricane area. What you're going to need, I'm going to use the same color cord because I just grabbed one of the colors. Hi there. How are you doing? So I've got what this one is the Harvest one. This is the Harvest 1 millimeter size cord. We're going to use 1 millimeter tonight to make these necklaces. What it is that you can use any size of cord, but I'm just using the 1 millimeter. Hello, Miss Mary V. I was going to say after the live, I will be packaging your order and also Heidi's. All right. So we'll need the cord. You can use whatever color you want. Hi, Maya. So I'm just using the Harvest Yellow. To me, it is a great fall color. You're going to need pendants. They can be larger pendants. It can be a little bit smaller than this one. It is a lot smaller. Or you can go with this one. This one is smaller than this one. You can even go with a really small one and make it choker. Thank you for the sub. I so much appreciate it. So if you are on YouTube, you can, if you like what you see here in this tutorial, go ahead and subscribe to me. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and follow me. So yeah, so we're going to use all three of these. We're going to do different styles with each one, and what you decide to do, it's totally up to you. What else you're going to need is beads And it doesn't have to always be a metal bead. Hi, Corinne. They can be, like I've got the a metal bead here, but do you see how we have a larger than the 1 millimeter? Or we're right at the, like this one looks like it's about a 1.2 millimeter size hole in there. That's what you want. You want to have anything that is 1 millimeter or bigger for the, I have two different hearts. We've got this one and we'll have this one. They're over on TikTok asking to see the hearts. So any size beads. So really that's all you really need for this is a cord, a pendant, and if you want to add beads to it, the larger hole bead, or at least a 1 millimeter size hole. You can use glass pendants, you can use acrylic pendants, you can use the metal pendants like I'm showing you here. You can use wood pendants, whatever type of pendant you would like to use. You can also, for your beads, you can use acrylic, you could use the glass beads or metal. So it's really, truly going to be up to what you want to make for a combination. So the first one that I'm going to do, I am going to use the butterfly. And it is going to be the butterfly on the pendant. We're not going to do slip knots. We're going to have a longer string on this one so you can tie it in the back and you can, thank you, Maya. You can have it as long as you want it to be or as short as you want it to be. You could literally have this as a choker style necklace if you wanted it. You just need to tie it shorter. Or it could be like here, I've got a longer one. You could have it all the way down here and just have a longer cord. So that is what we're going to do for the first one. I'm going to point everyone down and show you how to do that, okay? So give me a moment to point everybody down. There. All right. So everybody should see. I have for tools, I'm going to need a ruler. Sorry, my granddaughter was playing with beads on my table. So I need a ruler. I'm using my actual cutters today for this. If you have problems getting your knots where you want them to be, hi Maria, you can use an awl to help guide your knot, or you can use your finger if you're good at doing that. My name is Carol. I'm the owner and creator of everything CarolJo's. My middle name is Jo, so I named my business after myself. And then to make sure your ends don't fray, you just need a lighter or a butane thing, or the thread burner, whatever you use. I actually happen just to use a lighter all the time. But because TikTok does not allow us to have an open flame, when we get to that point, I will tell you what I'm doing, but I will go off camera for that portion. Okay? So who's ready? We're going to do the first one. So we're just going to take, our cord, measure it out. I am going to do 36 inches. Each of these are 36 inches of cord. So there we go. We got 36 inches. We are going, thank you. And just cut it with your cutters. Find your middle. This is going to be one of the easiest necklaces, this style, to make. When I show it to you, you'll be like, what? I'm just going to kind of make a little dent here, just so I know where the middle is at. On one side, I'm going to show you here, thread it through. Your other side, you're not going to thread through. So you see how I've got my pendant there? Just thread it through and find that middle that you created. I always double check and make sure that my ends meet each other here. Thank you, Maria, for the, I forgot which one I did today. Thank you. My cord, that's what I got. So here is our pendant. We're at the middle of our cord. Take your finger. Hi, She Lifts. Wrap this around your finger. Take your finger off, and you see how you have a loop there? Put that through the loop. Bring this through. Wow, thank you. I am getting up there. and just push that down. And I'm just going to push it down and push it down. And there we go. You see how we've got that knot in there so it'll stay there? You can leave it just like this. The only thing you're going to do is take, and on the ends, do a little bit of the lighter or the butane torch or your thread, I can't think of what it is all of a sudden. And just touch, get it so it's like won't fray here on the end. That's it. You can keep it that simple. And how you wear it is you can decide if you want it up here long. You're just going to tie, let me get my hair out of the way. Let me see, get it down a little bit. You're going to tie a knot in the back with that, wherever you want to do it. If you wanted it long, you just do it long and you tie a knot in the back. Or not a knot, a bow. I don't know why I said a knot, but just do a bow. And this is the hard part, tying a bow in your back. Because you're used to doing it in your front when you could do your shoes. Like that. It's in my hair, so that's why it's not coming down as long as it should. Because I literally have it in my hair. That's it. Ah! Thank you. You're so kind, Maya. Thank you, Mythical, for the gifts. That is literally as easy as you can do it. Now, the reason why I didn't burn these off is you can, the first part here where we tied this on, we're going to repeat that rainbow 2 more times. But that's all it is just tying this on, and then you do it in the back behind your neck. You do it as a bow. You can put 1 bead on the end if you want to dress it up just a little bit. To do that, we're going to be doing that on all of them here, so I'll show you. I'm going to use this one here. I'm just going to use 2 of these beads. They look like this. Let me see if I can get you. But it has this, it has a larger circle. Go down just a little bit because you want to leave enough room here that you can tie another knot. So go down a little bit. And what I mean by a little bit over an inch. Okay, thank you, Joya, for letting us know. I checked and I didn't have one. So there we go with where we're going to tie our knot. That's all I did is just did an overhand knot. Do it around your finger, pull it off, and tie it. Now, to get your knot to be the same on the other side, what I do is I lay it down, move it up, so that they are the same length to where I want it at. My finger on this side. So I'm not tight yet. I go and I move them down. And are they about the same? And he just needs to go down a smidgen to be about the same. Do they have to be exact? Thank you. No, they don't have to be. If you want them to be exact, get out your ruler and measure it and do it. Now, if these are okay, they will go through without having to do anything. And then you just tie the knot on this end. See, this is why you have to leave a little bit there. There we go. Bring down your knot right on top of that bead. Like that. There we go. Take this and just cut it off really close to it, but don't cut your knot. I'm going to have to go off camera to do this part, but I am going to light the end and then just press it like this and see how it just goes right into there. And you don't have the where it'll frazzle. We're going to do the same thing on this end. We've got our 1 knot. Put the bead on and then tie the knot. This is really, truly just knots and cord. Lots of knots and cords to do these, but they can be really quick, and you can do them as simple as you want to make them or however difficult you want to make it. I didn't get him all the way down. I'm getting him moved. That's good enough. I'm going to be okay with that. Is just a little bit of room in there, but that's okay. I don't have to be perfect. As close to that knot. You see how close I am to that knot without getting it? And I'm going to cut off that end. There we go. Off camera, light her up. And then just dap, 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 and get it down in there. That's it. That is our first necklace. This literally just takes minutes to make. I'm going to bring you guys up so you can see the whole length of it. I'll go back down for the second one. But that's literally it. Just something that you can do a little bit of a flame for it, but don't get it too hot that you burn that, but just enough to get a little bit of it so it warms up so you can get it till it won't fringe. And what I mean when I said I just go ahead and what I was doing on my neck, which you probably couldn't see, is just creating the bow to tie this one off. And see, with the beads, you won't go off. So that's why I added the beads. You don't have to have the beads. So there's our little bow. And there is our pendant. That's it. That's a very simple necklace to make with a cord. So that's necklace number 1. Necklace number 2 is going to be with a slip knot, but no beads going up the side. So in this example here, this is a slip knot one, but we have the beads up the side. The next one we're going to make, we won't have the beads. All right. I'm going to point you guys back down so you can see what I'm doing. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing here. 36 inches once again. So go ahead and cut off 36 inches of cord. I almost cut it at 18 there. Whew. There we go. Cut it. Now, I think I'm going to do this one here, the heart with the lock on it. The slip knot, okay, what I'm going to say about the slip knot when we get to it is that it seems difficult. I always have to stop and remember how to do it every time I go to do it. And then once I do it, I'm like, geez, that was easy. 36 inches, Rainbow, 36 inches is how much I have here. And if your cord is, because it's been on a spool, it's a little bit, you can just pull it and get those extra curves out of it. So we're going to use this one here. This one is just a pendant that looks like a heart with a lock on it. Go down to the middle again. However you want to do that. If you want to find the middle before or just do it like this, you sure can. My ruler is 18. So that's why I only did it twice. If you have a 12-inch ruler, you would need to do it 3 times. If that's what you're trying to say there, Rainbow. So, all right, we're in the middle with our pendant. Create a circle around your finger with both pieces. So if you notice, I have both of them here around my finger. Then stick that in there, that string. And then you can guide it down. You can use the awl at this point to help guide your knot down. See how that was easy to get it all the way down there? And then pull on it. You don't have to use it, but you can. That's my bead reamer, really, is what that is. So it can come in handy. Now, there is our pendant. That's how the first step of all of these necklaces. You're just going to create a knot at the top of that pendant. Now, I'm going to move the ruler out of my way. Okay, if you notice, for this one, I use 3 beads. 1 in the center, and then 1 on each end. Just like we did on that last one, I have 1 bead on each end. So we're going to need 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. Got my 3. So first things first, I put it down and I split it into a V so that I have my left hand here. Take that one bead, put it through. Now you're going to grab the right side and go the opposite direction. So the first time I went left to right, now I'm going to go right to left with the right side. If your hole is really is not a 2 millimeter, this part may be a little bit tricky to do. I got mine through very easily. Sometimes what I have had to do when you're doing both the same, both directions, is make sure you have a longer end on that left to right that we just did first. And when you're pushing it through, you can push both pieces back through, and that sometimes will help guide this new piece that you're trying to go right to left through. But don't pull this one all the way through and lose it. But we're going to pull this one this way. Did that make sense to everybody? We first did left to right through that center bead here. And then we did right to left through the bead. So we have a side coming out of each of them. All right. Now, to make a slip knot, I want to make sure my ends everything's all equal here before I start doing my slip knots. All right. Now, to do a slip knot, you're going to take this end and go around the cord that is your necklace completely twice. So I'm going to do this like where I'm looking at it. I put my finger and I go around my finger twice so that I have 2 loops. Oops, I didn't give myself enough. So hold on, I got to move this in and then check my length. Okay, it's pretty funny. TikTok just said, we're now notifying that your users or viewers that you're live after we've been on for over 20 minutes. All right. So get down here, go around and around. Do you see how I went around twice here? Here's my end. There is my cord that is my necklace. I'm going to move my fingers out, come back through from this way. I'm going to go this way through. Both of those, he wants to pop up in between. I've never had that happen before. There we go. But do you see how this end cord from what I wrapped around is going this way? Take and pull. There we go. You have to fiddle with it and then pull it tight. So because you've done that knot around your cord, it allows it to slip. Do you see how it's slipping here? And then you can go back this way with it. So that is how you do the slip knot. Now, I'm going to end this side first before we go do our slip knot on this side, okay? To do that, do a knot just like we did on that last necklace at the end here. There we have a knot. Grab one of our beads, put it on, and do another knot. And push that knot down to this bead. See how I'm pushing that down with my 2 fingers? Okay, so now we have half of the necklace done. We didn't cut this off yet. I'll burn them both at the same time. So once again, we're going to move down here. we're going to take this piece that's not attached to our necklace per se, go around our finger and this piece here twice. So 1, 2. Do you see how I have 2 here? There's my necklace piece. Now we're going to take this end and go back through. Whoops, I lost one of my things. I told you this can be complicated if you let it be. Around your finger twice. There's 1, there's 2. Here's our tail. We're going to go through left to right on this side. See how I've got my knot going? And we're going to pull that like this. And we've got our other side of our slip knot. Always have to sit here and go, which side do I pull on? Once again, tie a knot. So we got our knot there. Try to get the knot out of the way of the slip knot. Okay, he's going to be right close by there. But see, we got our knot here. Add a bead. And tie the knot. He just wants to be by another knot. And I'm having a hard time because he's a little bit shorter getting him going. There we go. It is not leather cord, Barbara. This is just a nylon cord is what I'm using. And there, I'm going to pull this together so you can see it a little bit better. But do you see how we have our slip knots right here? I'm going to get closer. Try to anyways. Our slip knots. We have the center bead. We have our 2 end beads that have knots around them. I need to cut those off. I'm going to just cut those off really close on both sides. I have to do this off camera just like I told you guys because TikTok doesn't do flames. So we got that. And I'm going to just burn the ends really quick and then touch it just so that they won't unravel. Guess what? I will tell you, this is going to be recorded and you guys can watch it on YouTube. So YouTube will have the recording of this. But here is that very simple. I'm going to put you guys back up again. Sorry. It's just easier to show the necklaces at not an angle, but just head on, I think. Here is the necklace. So you have the pendant here. And then this part here, I'm going to show you there. Where you have the slip knots, a little bead so that you can have something to hold on to. This is just a decoration. So there, you hold those and that's what you pull on is these beads here. And then you just put this over your head and in the back, grab the beads and get it to where you want it to be. So you can have it be longer. I can even make this longer even because of having that 36. So if you want something that you can make different sizes for different necklines, this is what you can do. Just open it up all the way and take it off. But you can make it choker length even if you wanted it to be a choker. Very, very simple necklace. All right, so that was necklace number 2. We're going to do 3. This one's going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, that's what I love about that. And I hope you guys are okay with what I'm showing you to do. You can do this for a bracelet even and have this here and make it smaller and have it to be a bracelet. So it can be a pendant. I can't get it because I'm like, it's too long. But you can do that. Or you can do this part here that we're going to do on this last one on a bracelet. And just have the beads going around it. So you can take what I am teaching you for the ideas here. You can make it into a bracelet. You can do it into a necklace. You can change up just a little bit and it changes the style of it and makes it something different. Yes, and to get to, Barbara, to get to my TikTok, touch that CJS logo at the top, touch the CJS logo at the bottom, and that gets you to my profile. And in the description of the profile, touch that, and there's a list that comes up. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the list, and that is my YouTube. Ah! I was going to say, you could do this type, or you could do the closure too. Yep. So I think this is a really cool idea. Now, we're going to do 36 inches again. And you can use whatever color of cord that you want. You can do thicker cord, you can do thinner cord. We just happened to last week. Okay. Hi, Simo. But you will also, if you want to search on YouTube, it is CarolJo's LLC. Okay. You have fun, Mythical. So once again, 36 inches of cord. This is at a half here. I'm going to point you guys down so you can see my table. I'm going to probably pick out a different bead for this one so that they aren't all the same bead. So hold on, let me find another bead that has a large hole. I'm going to go with metal because I'm liking the metal look. Hey, I have some just round circles. Let me see if this will go through first before I choose them. Yep, that'll go. All right, we're going to do circles. All right, you can take, we're going to do the leaf heart here. Go through the pendant hole. Okay, he's going to be stubborn. So I'm going to show you guys something. Good, thank you. I appreciate you subscribing. What you can do if they are being a little bit tight to get through here, and what you can do is, I am going to, off camera, heat this up a little bit, and then I will be back after we get done with that one, okay? Okay, now if you notice, I'm gonna, Howie, hot? That was a little hot, because I pulled it off. You don't want to pull it off. But you want to get that little tip. You see how that tip is a little bit singed? Take your cutters and go and cut off part of it and create a point. And it works to have a really good point when you do that singeing on the end there. And the reason being is that then creates it so it can go through easier. So can you guys see where I created a little point at the tip? It's a little bit thinner. And that'll make it easier to go through some of the beads. See how that went through by creating that little point? Some of them you have to do that with, some of them you do not. Each bead and each pendant is different and what you have to do. All right. And you just do a little bit. And now we've got that in the middle of my cord here. So once again, go around your finger. Literally just put these so that they're even on this end. Around your finger. And then pull off that circle and then have your cords go through that center hole. You're just doing an overhand knot. If this is hard for you to get it all the way down, you can use, this is my bead reamer. You can use it all, whatever you want. Guide. All I'm doing is pulling this down to where I want my knot and then pulling it down, and then you pull it out. And that helps you get your knot to where you want to be in an easier fashion if that works for you. You got to find what works for you. Put that knot in there. See how I've got my knot? Gonna get my ruler out of the way again. On each side, I'm gonna go on each side. I have a right and, or this is my left, this is my right. You can put something right here at the end. You can go up. If you notice here, I do not have anything right next to it. I have it up here. That was my choice when I made this example. But if I wanted one down right here at the end, I could do that. I can just take a bead and put it on each side here. I've got one of the circles and put one of the circles. So I literally have 2 beads right next to my pendant there, that knot from the pendant. And then just make a knot that will go down right on top of that bead. If you have a hard time getting them down there, you can take the bead, an all bead reamer, whatever it is, put it in there so that you've got it down right on top of that bead, pull it out, and then push that knot down. Okay, we're going to do that again. On this side, we're going to create an overhand knot in the cord. This one, I didn't use it. If I had hearts that had the large enough hole to go through the cord, you sure can do that. It really comes down to finding the beads that will have a large enough hole to go through the cord that you have. I'm using 1mm size cord for this examples tonight, so my holes have to be at least 1mm large. If you wanted to use the 0.5, that's what we had like 2 weeks ago. Pretty much every bead but like a pearl would go on there. So really, truly, it's going to be what size cord you're using and what size hole the bead is. That's what you're limited by. Does that help you out, Rainbow? Now, to create this where you have the beads partway up, I eyeball it. If you want it to be perfect, use a ruler and put your knots in. Yep, you're welcome. So I'm just going to eyeball it and put one up right here. Before I decide if that's going to be the exact location of it, I'm just watching as I'm creating it and go, is that where I want it? Do I want to go up or down? Okay, there's my first knot on my left side. Now to get it even on the right, you can eyeball it like I'm going to, or you can get your ruler out. So you're just going to set them side by side here and decide where is that knot going to be, that it is going to be about the same as the other side. There's my eyeballing. Is it exactly perfect? Whoop. Just about. My pendant was janky there for a second. Is it perfect? No, but am I okay with it? Yep. Because to me, this is more like organic. And when I use cord, to me, cord should be more organic and not perfect. I'm going to use not the circle bead that I used down here. I'm going to use this bead. You can use whatever beads you want. If you wanted to get some glass beads out, you sure can. I just happen to like metal beads with this. The reason why, you can do these with gold beads, the silver like I'm doing. You can go with gunmetal. You can do any kind of bead you want. The only reason why I'm going with silver is I think silver stands out a little bit more against the Harvest Gold color here than gold would. Just put your circle, or your, I literally just did circle, the bead, why did I say circle? Knot, the bead, knot. Over here on YouTube, knot, bead, knot on both sides. So when they are, but the reason why you don't have to be so perfect, remember, they're going to be across from each other. Are they going to be perfect? No, that's okay, as long as they're close. Now, if one were up here and one's down here, that's a different story. But if they're close, that's all that matters. Now, I'm going to go ahead and create another knot. If you want these to be the same distance apart, such as the distance that you have here to the distance at here, grab your ruler and do it, or eyeball it if you want. It's totally up to you. I'm going to eyeball. I'm eyeballing these necklaces. So do the knot on both sides. Yep, you would be lopsided if you were really off. If they're just a little bit off, it's okay, because they're not so right next to each other. There we go. So now I did the 2 knots here again. This time I'm going to use the circle bead with that larger hole and put that through. Knot that end up against the bead. Don't go over the bead like that knot was trying to do. But he wants to be up a little bit high, so I'm going to open him up and push him down. I'm going to get my little awl, or my bead reamer out, so I can get it down right on top of there, and then pull it tight. You just need something that has a point here to get those to go down. It doesn't have to be a bead reamer, whatever you have in your house that can get you there. Here we go. I'm going to do the other knot on the other side. Bring him down. And you can use even bigger beads. I have some bigger beads that I could do with this, like larger beads. But with this size pendant, I didn't want to do large beads. Now, if I were on this one, where we have the larger pendant, I would probably do larger beads on here. But this one, I just wanted the pendant to be the focal. So literally, whatever you want to grab for beads. And you just keep going up until you decide you have enough. All right. We are getting close. We're at 7.7 likes. If you guys can get us to 10K, we'll do a jewelry giveaway. Okay, got my circle on that side. Want him to go down. There we go. So now I have my 2 knots. Are they exactly perfect? Nope, but I am good. Most of the time, I will tell everybody I have to have everything be exact. This style of necklace, I'm okay not having it exact. Do my knot on the top of that bead. And he keeps moving, so I'm going to grab my bead reamer, put it in there, bring this down. And it literally will help you pull it down when you have like a bead reamer or an awl. Or whatever else you can find. Tie that knot. And we're going to put it on this side. And do the same thing. There we go. Now, the one thing that I will say about beads on the sides is that to me, The only thing that I say about it, and this is my preference, is that they need to be odd numbers. Like going up, you need to either have 1, 3, or 5. Odd numbers are pleasing to the eye. Hey, Carter's Creation. I'm going to leave it at 3 because I want to do my slip knot and leave enough room that I can make this short or long. If I put more on it, it will always have to be a long necklace. I'm going to, once again, I'm going to use my middle bead. It's going to be my circle bead. And then on my ends, I'm going to do the flat bead here. So remember, to do this, you take the middle bead, that circle bead, and go through the middle. Or go through left to right. Now grab your right side, go through that hole, right to left. Hold on. I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to do the right side first. Reason being is, remember I did one side where I created it, that it had that point. My left side is the one that has the point. So this one is going to be a stinker butt to go through. And to do that, I'm going to put them right next to each other like this. Do you see how they're right next to each other? And then I'm going to pull on this side to see if I can thread it through. I don't want to pull it off. I just want to try to thread it through, and it's not going. He's being a pain. We're going to have to reburn him and get him to a point again. And get that point. See how I got my point again? You see? That's what we're doing. Push this down, get him through. Please go through. Hold on, my eye itches. It will be recorded and available on YouTube. There we go. I think I got it going through. Come on. Go. And it's because we're trying to put 2 millimeters worth of cord. Yay, we got there. I'm showing 1100. Let me try getting this through. Once I get this one through, then I will go ahead and do the giveaway. Well, maybe we'll go with the opposite way. Hold on. Maybe we'll have the flat one because this hole's a little bit bigger, or not. Yep, we're going to do the flat one in the middle, and then we'll do the round ones on the end. Okay. That's how we'll do this one. All right. Now, I am going to do our giveaway. Our number is going to be a number between 1 and 50. So in the chat, both TikTok and YouTube can do this. A number between 1 and 50. Put it in the comments and we'll see who wins. And then I have to watch this because of both of them being there to see who gets it first. Whoops, wrong pen. And then I will pick the jewelry that you get to pick from. A number between 1 and 50. All right. We have over on TikTok, we have 4 people. The first one was Callie Girl. You are the winner, Callie Girl. The number was 22. BTG, Janet, and Patricia also got it, but Callie Girl was in first. There we go. So, Callie Girl, you get your choice between 2 different things. I have 2 necklaces. We have this style of necklace on a ball chain. So I'll show you over here. or the glass pendant. And this is the glass pendant. So let me know if you want the glass necklace or the gemstone pendant. Callie girl. It's okay. The first one. All right. You got it. There we go. All right. Got that one for you. All right. Now, here we're going to go again with creating the slip knot. So once again, you're going to have your cord. I got to have these be about the same here. Hold on. There we go. Because we kept cutting off, I got to cut a little bit off of this little bug. I'm cutting them even, and the reason being is, remember, we kept cutting off on one side to get it a little bit, to go through beads. And because of that, I wanted them even. So that's what I just did, is make sure these were even. And one wasn't longer than the other. Now, once again, we're going to go up here. And we're going to create our slip knot by this side is what we're going to use for our slip knot. This is our necklace. We're going to take, so right here we've got our necklace, and this is the extra piece. We're going to hold on to this piece, take this piece and go around your finger. I got the wrong finger on there, sorry. Around your finger twice, and around that cord twice. You see how I went through that, and my cord's down there. So I'm around the cord twice. Go take this off of your finger. We only have a small piece here, which may not work for our ending. No, there we go. And you see how we pulled that through, and we're going back the way that we had it to begin with. We are going to pull our knot. I want it tight though. There we go. That's our slip knot. And then we have this little bit. I'll show you what we're going to do with this little bit in just a second. We're going to go on the other side and do the same thing. Hold with this finger. Go around. Around. Slip it off of your finger so that you can come back and go towards the necklace this way. See how my cord is coming out and going to the right. My right side, the cord will go left to right. On my left side, it goes right to left. Pull this. Hold on. I got to get my, oh, I undid it. I got to start over. I pulled too hard. Hold your piece of cord between your thumb and your index finger. Around your index finger, around your index finger. Take your index finger off of the loops and go on this side, left to right. So he comes out, and then pull that tight. And that is our slip cord, or slip knot. So we have these little ends here. We're going to decorate them up. We're going to put a knot. Our bead. And a knot. Get in that little hole. I'm going to grab this and bring it through. There we go. So see, we've got our little bead there with a knot on each side. This side, we're going to do the same thing. Knot. Bead. knot. The hardest thing about this entire necklace is if you're going to do the slip knot. Go around. He's very small, so he doesn't want to go through. There we go. And here we can just use our bead reamer to get it to come through. There you go. Feel like I'm using it like a latch hook. Go through, little dude. Ah. Go through. There we go. We got her through. Woohoo! That was a little bit. Yeah. Got it though. Now we're going to cut off the ends on both sides and use the lighter to burn the ends so that they don't fray. Off camera. Yeah, that was a yeehaw. Okay. There we go. This can go in the middle, and then there we go. There we go. We finally got it moving. There we are. That's the slip knot. And you just put it over your head to get it on and off. So there it is. I'm going to bring it up. Okay. With the head pins. Yes. Yep, I remember. So I'm going to show you here. There is our pendant necklace here with that. There it is. And so we literally made 3 simple necklaces. So here was the first one, where this one is the one that you tie, and it's just a pendant on the cord, and then you use the pen, you know, you tie it wherever you want. Oh, I can't tonight. I can tell you that, Booger Edit. I am having a hard time with my with talking tonight. I'll tell you guys why here in a second. So that's the first one. Very simple, very easy necklace. Then our second one was with the slip knots, but just having the pendant, no beads on the side. And then here is one with beads on the side. Hi, Tuesday. With that pendant and the slip knot. Thank you, Tuesday. The reason why, and I know it's going to sound weird, but I have something going on with this ear. I cannot hear out of it. They're working on it and trying to get stuff done with it. But it is making talking very difficult because your inner voice is really off tonight for me personally. And so it has been really hard to talk. Thank you, Rose, for the heart me and the corn. So that is literally, to me, some of the easiest necklaces to make. They are very inexpensive to make even, because the most expensive part you're going to have is your pendant. These necklaces can be made probably for under $1 a piece. And very, very easily. So do I. My next one, I don't know on YouTube, because I will have 2 bead sales here on TikTok. And yep, I do remember you. And so, you can ask me then. We'll see it, and hopefully it'll be all better. Okay. Yep. So that's what I wanted to show you guys tonight. Is just some very, very easy, inexpensive things that can look amazing. You can do them in any color cord. The color of cord you can change out for the seasons. So when I was doing this, when we had the sale for the cord, I honestly thought this harvest color here that we have was one of them I thought for fall. And also, do you guys remember the maroon colored one, the dark red? I thought of fall too. So, and then like in the spring, some of the bright yellows, those pinks, you know, that type of thing is what I was thinking for like spring. So, you know, you can change it up. It doesn't have to be black or brown cord. You can use that to accent your outfit. The other thing that I wanted to let you guys know that you can do with these is that you can take and make 2 of these and layer them. Like here, I have a long necklace on. I could do one of these here, not this exact thing, but you understand what I'm saying? And then have one, here's the one that was my example. Let's use this one here. Since they're not very many beads on them, let me get them untangled. And you could do this one up here. And you can make them the length that you want to have that layered look. Okay. I will do that, Joya. That's the tutorial I could not think of the other day that someone asked for. So I wrote it down. All right. You're welcome. It'll be sometime next week. I just don't know when. And the tools that you need, you don't have to go out and buy any tools, really. You just need a ruler and a cutter. Really, honestly. And if you want to make perfect where they're going to be at, just something that has a comes to a narrow point. So yes, so that is what we've got for today. I hope you all enjoyed it and you guys had a good night. I'm going to get going because I'm going to go to bed early tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and we will see on YouTube. Check either TikTok or Facebook for my schedule of when I will be live next. On YouTube or on TikTok, I will be live at 7 p.m. on Friday for our bead sale and 10 a.m. on Saturday for the silicone beads. Thank you, Rose. So good night, everybody. We will see y'all later. Bye.